So what do you do when you're less anxious? You know, a lot of times we deal and we focus so much on not being anxious that we don't even know what we're going to do once we stop feeling less anxious. Isn't that crazy? But here it is. There's more to life than simply just not being anxious. Than just simply, taking some meds, learning some skills, learn how to breathe and go to yoga once a week. There's more to it. That's not the purpose of life, to just not be sick or to not deal with anxiety or fear and depression. You know what? There is a lot more to it, and here is the key. Here is what the purpose of life is. It is that you would love. That's it. It's the magic word love. Big L, love. That is what life is about. It's not simply that, again, that you would just have a better job, that you can just simply, be a nicer person, that you can be someone that, is easier to get along with. That's all good, especially when you're ill and when you're not feeling well and when you're anxious. Trust me, when you're in the middle of an anxiety bout or a panic attack, all you can think about is, how do I get out of this mess? Someone please make it go away. I get it. But I'm telling you, as I have learned to find grace in the middle of anxiety, and as I've learned to really live out my adventure, which is really this, is to speak to you and to motivate you and to sing songs that will bring you comfort and guidance, I've learned that there's a bigger purpose, and that is to love people. That is really the whole idea of why we want to be less anxious, so that we can love. First, I'm convinced that we need to be loving God. That is so crucial. Without that foundation of God, you are going to constantly put yourself as the master and the ruler of your life. And guess what happens? You're going to get anxious again. Because we're not God. We can't be in control of everything in life. We can't make sure that everything turns out exactly the way we want it to. And so that's the first thing. You have to learn to put God in His place, which is number one in your life. And then second, you have to learn how to love other people, especially those that have less things than you, those that are in worse conditions than you, those that are people that are in need and more in need than you. And I know that all of us have a bunch of needs. And you right now might be thinking, you know what, I can't think of anybody besides me. That's okay. But one day, when you begin to feel more confident and your fear goes down and you have less days of depression and you have more of a handle on your anxiety, I can tell you that you will then have a choice to make. Will you go back to just being selfish and just thinking about your career and about your goals and about your things and your body and how you look and your strength and all that? Or are you going to learn from all that stuff and become a person of love? To love God, to love people is the purpose of life. There is no greater goal. When we love people, we actually make everyone else better, which then comes back to you, because that generosity is what makes us feel happy. It's what makes us find meaning. It's what makes us drive for an hour to work and without complaining, or at least a little bit less complaining. It's what makes us, get up in the morning and serve our children, because we are doing it out of a heart of love, not out of a heart of duty or of anger or of expectations or of blame. Learn to become a person of love. And I really think that there is no other way to become a person of love than to go and find grace in the middle of your anxiety. We have to go through the junk to be able to get to love. Love is not an action, meaning a moment in life. That's what I mean to say. It's not just one day. As great as getting married is for me and was for me almost 20 years ago, that wasn't love or the extension or the complete manifestation of love. That was, if anything, just the beginning of love. almost like puppy love. Love has to go through crap. Love has to be tested. Love has to be put through the fire to really know that it's gold, to really know that it'll last. And the only way to really get to love is by finding grace in the middle of your anxiety, is by being able to share with your wife, with your partner, with your husband, with your children, if you're a single parent, with your mom, with your brothers, your sisters, your tias, whoever, that you are finding grace in the middle of your anxiety. I just encourage you, stop living for yourself and love other people as you get better. That is how we truly will live a life of joy. That is how truly we will live a life that is fulfilling and purposeful, and a life that I like to call a life of gozo. Hey guys, did you like this video? There are 3 things you can do to continue to enjoy these wonderful videos and podcasts of joy, helping you overcome fear, anxiety, and depression. Number 1, subscribe to my YouTube channel. That is going to be the easiest way for you to get all of these videos sent directly to your inbox. You don't have to go look for them on Facebook. You can just get that email and immediately enjoy this content of joy. Second, go to my website, davidTrig.com/anxiety, and get my free article called High Anxiety, How Anxiety No Longer Defines Me. And then lastly, also on my website, go and sign up for the free weekly newsletter so that you can get links to a podcast version of these videos, articles that I'm writing, and places where I'm speaking, or where you can also get a hold of me if you want to have some coffee or talk on the phone about your desire to find joy in the middle of your anxiety, your fear, and your depression. Most of all, thank you so much for your support and for being committed to your life and overcoming fear, anxiety, depression, and most of all, being a person that's living la vida gozo.